Soybean parasites.
Have you ever heard of a parasite? A parasite is a living thing that takes something it needs from another living thing, called its host. The parasite doesn't help its host in any way and usually harms it. Usually parasites are much smaller than their host. One example of a parasite is a soybean cyst nematode. This nematode is a kind of roundworm that lives in the dirt and uses soybean plants as its host. These nematodes are very small to see, so small that you would usually need a microscope to see them, but they can cause a lot of damage to soybean plants. Here's how they grow. After a little nematode hatches out of its egg, it looks for a soybean root nearby. When it finds one, it gets inside the root and finds a good place to settle down and eat. As it eats, it is taking nutrients that the plant would use to grow and is using them for itself instead. Now, just one of these nematodes on a soybean plant's root doesn't cause any trouble. But when there are lots of them, it's a big problem. When this happens, the soybean plants don't grow as they should. The plants may not produce as many soybeans as usual, or they may even die before growing any beans.
The problem with parasites is that they take something valuable from their host without helping in any way. Did you know that some people are like that too? Jesus told about a rich man who harvested lots of food from his farm. That was a blessing he received from God, and he should have shared it with other people around him who needed help. But he didn't do that. Instead, he decided to build bigger barns to store everything he had for himself. Let's not be like that selfish rich man. Let's not just take the blessings God gives us and keep them for ourselves. Let's always choose to be unselfish and share, always willing to help those around us.
The Bible says, "Let him who stole steal no longer, but rather let him labor, working with his hand what is good, that he may have something to give him who has need." Ephesians 4:28. We should share with others the blessings God gives us.